Next up, we have Mdenbleyker. Probably one of the biggest networking kings I've ever seen. Before the pandemic, I'd known him for a number of years, and Mike can work a room like nobody's business. So, Mike, it's all yours.
Thank you, Jerry, and I appreciated Pepper and Leandra, Jeremiah, and Norm's presentation. I am the young one of the group. I'm only kidding, but one that being a end of the baby boomers, I feel like at this point in time, I'm doing a full-throated defense of something that's been around forever, and that's networking. So we can go to the first slide for me, please. What is networking? Well, it's a couple of things we can talk about. How has it changed during the pandemic? And what's it going to look like on the other side? Next slide, please. One of the things I would say about networking, I still think, again, I'm talking old school today. One of the things that most people want when it comes to actually buying a product or service is they'll do it with someone they like and trust. Networking is all about building relationships and identifying business opportunities for whether it's a business to business or business to consumer. In today's world, business and otherwise networking become extremely important. And I still think on the post end of the pandemic, it will become essential again. Networking often includes forming relationships with other people. Yes, I work a room. I want to meet everybody. I want to talk to everyone. I want to get to know people. Networking is still that. What I found about networking in the pandemic world is that we've all kind of shifted over to Zoom. And for the funny part about it is that the introverts are loving it. They don't have to get involved. They don't have to go and see anyone. They don't have to go shake their hand and try to do small talk and do all those things. They're like, this is great. I hang out over here and then I just look at the screen and the camera and this is great. Us extroverts hate this. We would prefer to be in front of people. We want to talk to people. We want to get to know what they are. We want to know about their families. We want to know what they did in the prior life, if this has been the first one. None of this you really can do, and well, you can, but it doesn't work as well when you're dealing with Zoom and doing it in this environment. So how has it changed? Well, many times we've tried. I have two staff people that are part of networking groups that their whole business model is to get together once a week for about an hour and a half. Everybody does a presentation. There's one or two of them that actually does an 8 or 10 minute one, but they do their 30-second pitch. All of those things. How do you do that in Zoom? Not well. And you lose the connection. And without a connection, sometimes it is difficult. Many have dropped off because of the fact that doing it through a Zoom type atmosphere just doesn't really work for them, and they are not that sophisticated that they have moved over to social media as well. So the question really is what are we going to do post-pandemic? I'm still in the belief that as we are allowed to open up again, we're doing socials with the chamber, whether it's with the ambassador group. And yes, I'm chairing the ambassador group because us extroverts want to get together. The socials also with the visionaries will be something important. Going out and actually going and seeing people and getting to know people. I'm talking more people I've talked to basically say, please, when can I start doing that again? Even the introverts are showing up because in the end, you can't just be stuck in a house in an environment where that's all it is I'm looking at this camera now and I'm like, I don't really care. And it is something that we will see more and more as we get into the third and fourth quarter of 21. No matter what COVID variants there are, people will eventually, we are social animals. We must want to be around each other again. So networking, I think, in the post-pandemic world will be an integral part of your business. Get good at it again. And it's going to be funny because it's going to be difficult for people to remember how to, it's almost muscle memory. How do I do this again? So it is something that will be effective as part of everything that you do going forward. So in just quick closing, I'm glad I'm the last one. I'm glad I'm just talking about one specific area, what I do. And again, I do very similar things than Norm does, except at Safeguard New Mexico, we also do very boring things like business essentials, business checks, envelopes, deposit tickets. You say, how can an extrovert like me do that? I can sell anything. So in closing, please do not forget that post-pandemic, we are a species that wants to be social. Let's go out there and network again and get to know each other. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. And a couple tidbits here is as ambassadors, we are doing COVID safe practice events where we are taking over a restaurant to their capacity. Generally, it's a patio and everyone's sitting at their own table and you're having lunch or whatever it might be, but you can network from afar just to gain that information and gain that trust and rapport and that understanding, as well as once a month, the Visionaries group, everybody's welcome, is to support a local restaurant or brewery. We are doing a lunch once a month where you get to network as well from a safe patio environment type thing. And you can get to know about people and what they do in the whole 9 yards and put those connections. To give you an example, Visionaries, we just had an event at Turtle Mountain last week. And there was some brand new people I'd never met before and had great conversations with them on their business and how to expand, and that's what it's about. So hopefully everyone that was on this or is going to view it in the future gained some information from today. You know, all of these folks here, if you want to reach out to Pepper Poole or Leandra or Norm or Mike or Jeremiah, you can reach out to them directly through their business, as well as you can go ahead or reach out to the chamber. We can put you in contact with them. And remember, the chamber has a ton of marketing opportunities. What everyone has talked about today, the chamber is delivering to you, from newsprint to radio to TV to social media to all of these type things, helping your business grow. And this great team that we have in front of us, these panelists, they really have an interest in growing your business as well. So with that, I want to thank you guys for listening to us today and getting back into the plan and getting back to business. And we look forward to a great and awesome 2021 and a dead and buried 2020. So wish you all well and talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much.